9 Weekly.
Back from our hiatus.
Back from the grave.
But we're back, we're back. Got some good gaming news to talk about. A lot of stuff going on in the realm of video gaming news.
Yep.
But how's everybody been doing?
I think we've been doing okay. I've been doing all right. I've been missing this. I've been missing the weekly. There's been a lot of, hasn't been too much, but there's been enough news going on now that, like, I got something to say.
Yeah.
You know?
Most def.
I got something to say, and I think the people need to hear it from here first. So sticking with Adam 9, you're going to hear some real opinions, not just the mainstream video game news. Carter, how have you been?
I've been pretty good, Been diving deep into Ghost of Tsushima, taking my time. Still haven't beaten it yet,
Enjoying your sake?
it. Glad to get back into the weekly, know.
Yep. Gabe?
For the people.
I just been chilling, hanging out, playing games with you guys. Fall Guys, been playing a lot of that.
Yeah.
Fall Guys
Ghost
is
of
pretty good.
Tsushima, Last of Us.
And even Avengers, but we'll talk about that later.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
But,
So first up on the docket today.
What's going on? What's going on in the news? Let's peruse.
Well, we were going to take a chat and break down that Sony State of Play event that happened on Thursday.
Okay.
So basically, we saw some new games, new gameplay. We saw some stuff for PS4, upcoming PS4 games from third-party developers. And we saw some VR stuff, which was pretty cool. Me, overall, I thought the event was fine. I wasn't expecting anything huge. I mean, considering coming out of Microsoft's last event, this was way more attention-grabbing, I can honestly say. I was really happy with some of the titles that I saw. I know for one that stood out to me personally was the Hitman 3 is going to be fully playable in VR. So I think that is insane.
I forgot about that. That was
It's the trilogy too, eh?
Yeah, it is the trilogy. So we're gonna be playing parts of like 1 and 2.
The Hitman 1.
3.
I know Gabe's
Hitman
been on
2.
that for a long time.
Yeah.
Bro.
A lot. No contracts?
Since high school, bro.
Yeah, Hitman.
I remember going to this guy's house.
Hitman
I was like,
Absolution,
bro.
bro.
Hitman Absolution was okay.
You don't
But
know
it was
about
the
Hitman?
only Hitman game we had in like the 2010s.
That's what I'm saying. And it felt like, for some reason, all the Hitman games very like tactical, very like you walk through and you feel like you're the assassin man. This felt like the movie, the game. Hitman Absolution was Hitman the movie, the game, minus everything that was in the movie. It really was its own deal. Who's on that? Who did that? IDOS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was no.
Or was it?
Yeah, it was Ida. It was
Out of
Ida.
Montreal?
No, I think it was Crystal Dynamics or something.
Crystal Dynamics?
Crystal Dynamics did do that fucking Hitman game, man.
Odd. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So for me, I could tell you, I didn't get to watch it live, but State of Play, as I was combing through it, I saw a couple good things. Pathless, I was pretty amped to see. It looked like a really cool indie title in the vein of like a Journey, but a lot more action oriented. Playing this huntress, just going through Merkin, got your Hawk, your Falcon that can fly around, carry you. I felt that was pretty fun and interesting, as well as Crash Bandicoot. How could we forget?
Oh
Crash
yeah,
Bandicoot.
Crash 4 looked really.
I thought
It looked
I'm
proper.
waiting for you, and I'm very sad that neither of you mentioned the Darth Vader. Like I'm glad you guys didn't mention Bugsnax. That's me.
Yeah.
You guys didn't mention the Darth Vader VR.
No.
Bro.
I haven't even finished mentioning what I've seen there. Oh,
You were
geez.
slipping,
Crash
bro.
Bandicoot.
That's definitely sicker than this, bro. I'm a Crash Bandicoot fan. I'm not even as big of a Star Wars fan
You
as you
have
guys.
no
and
VR,
I'm
bro.
excited
You
for
have
that
no VR.
So what?
That's true. It's
You
true.
acting like I
Doesn't
don't play Gabe's VR more than he does?
That's true. It's true. But no, that'll definitely get back into VR. But I'm super excited for Crash Bandicoot. It's always hard for me to get back into the series that I played back then. It looks a lot more different with the grinding, the rail grinding as well as the rope swing. So getting a lot of what's called Jack and Daxter vibes from this, as well as Ratchet and Clank. But it's all kind of the same thing, just different worlds, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be fun. Will I pick it up? Yeah, I guess I will. You know what? I will do it for old time's sake. So
and they were saying like not a lot of stuff is going to be behind microtransactions in this game. Which
yes,
is pretty good.
It's awesome. They're new no MTXs.
Yeah, I love that. That was a big focus of State of Play. I remember them mentioning that a few times, and I love that was a focus. That
exactly.
They were mentioning like this game has no microtransactions.
Exactly. You get all the skins through challenges.
They're trying to disassociate themselves from microtransactions in that style of making games, you know, and I appreciate that, you know.
And we've been seeing it a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of
it's been
franchises
sad,
and things
you know?
that, you know, it is. And as we said multiple times, you play freemium gaming, you're making a deal with the Canadian devil, and we cannot allow that. That is just not good. Besides this game, though, as well, Pat, did they mention State of Decay? Or was that's
Xbox.
No,
That was
sorry.
Xbox, bud.
I'm thinking too many states right now. We're in Missouri.
Yeah, but another like we were talking about like
The Vader.
Bugsnax?
Immortal. Like
Oh.
yeah. And
Yeah.
Bugsnax?
I think check
I'm trying
Vader
to
real
talk
quick.
about Bugsnax,
No.
bro. I don't know about
Okay,
you.
I want to have a decent little bit of time to talk about the gameplay trailer and Bugsnax. So let's check Vader real quickly.
Bugsnax comes first.
Okay,
Bugsnax
Bugsnax comes
trailer
first?
is before Vader. So.
That's true. All right. The bungers.
So we got a definitely an in-depth trailer into how the game is going to be played. We're finding out our character is called a bit of a sham, you know, so by her apparent boss. So I'm excited to see. I didn't know they were going that deep in the story, you know. I thought it was just going to kind of be a fun, goofy game, but they're going deep with this Bugsnax story, and I like it. I want to find out
Something going
the
on.
mystery of Bugsnax Island, bro.
Yeah, totally.
I want to find out what that monster is at the end of the first trailer too, bro.
Yeah, I think just rushing.
They got
ya.
me hooked on this, bro.
I mean, but like, are you guys satisfied with this sort of gameplay? Like, I mean,
This is it's
I
so
know,
so
bro.
it kind of gives me very big Viva Pinata vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. That's cool for a launch, for like a launch title. Back when we were youngers, fam. That's like a 360 sort of deal, you know what I'm saying? Do I want to play this for more than 10 hours on time? That's going to go with the story and the world that they
Yeah.
wrap me in. So if they can really get me involved and kind of bring those creepy elements, kind of like with Hello Neighbor, a game like that, if it brings that undertone of just weird shit going on, then I'm going to be
Like,
more
bro,
amped and more likely. That looks
pizza
pretty cool.
dragon?
Like, no.
That's
It's
a
got to be a
pizza dragon.
pizza-dactyl. That's a pizza-dactyl.
That's a pizza dragon.
That's only when the P's not
I
silent.
thought that was a pizza dragon.
Nah, I got to say it's a
What do you think,
pizza-dactyl.
Gabe?
I mean,
Pizza dragon or pizza dactyl?
it looked like Mothra almost.
This guy said,
This
look at
guy's a
Mothra.
Mothra.
Vader's Immortal. Is this going to get you back on your PSVR?
I mean, looking like playing around with like the different lightsabers and stuff looked really cool. The fact that like almost like every canon lightsaber is going to be available for you to like mess around with is awesome. And also just like, the fact that like we don't really have a good Star Wars VR game, and what better like platform to play a Star Wars game than a VR title?
Yeah,
you know?
for real.
You would say that you would
Especially
think
with
that.
your lightsaber.
You would think that, but I remember a PS quote unquote VR game on the Kinect. I mean, sorry, Star Wars
Yeah, but that
VR
was
game
the
on the Kinect. That was ridiculous.
fucking Connect, dude.
Solo, I'm riding solo. It was insane.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I was also excited for the Alan Wake DLC.
Yeah,
Yes.
that
we're
too. I
getting.
forgot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we forgot to mention.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, like we saw a little bit of that. Them kind of like hearing some dialogue you can hear from Alan Wake, and I heard also that the next game that Remedy is working on is going to be also tied in to
the Wake universe?
to the kind of control Alan Wake universe. So
I
that's
like.
pretty neat.
I really like and enjoy how I haven't got to finish Control myself, but I really am enjoying that. I really enjoyed Alan Wake when it came out. I got all the DLC, but I didn't get the Nightmare one. I was like, whatever. This guy's getting too action oriented.
Yeah.
But it's really, really cool to see them bringing this back, and I want to see this. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's the man. I really want to see Alan Wake on PS5, PS4. I don't care. I just need some more Wakes.
Yeah. So like, in terms of like PS5 stuff, we saw Godfall. I mean, again, Destiny approach in this way. It's
Slash
just
and loot?
slasher looter.
I'm
They said.
I'm not liking it. It looks very. There's not enough of the world that was fleshed out for me.
Yeah.
All I know is that there's 4 primary stages of earth, water, air, and fire, and that we're gonna be bounding through with a group of our friends, slashing up whatever we can. Get that door. Don't let those ghosts inside. Don't let those ghosts inside. Get that door, Carter.
Sometimes you just gotta accept the good uppies.
Nah, see, that's what white people talk, bro. White people accept uppies. We don't here at Down Gaming. But yeah, I'm super excited to like. Well, no, I'm not excited about that. I'm just again. See, that's what happens. See, the ghost of
All right.
slasher looter
I
game
think
got
that
me.
means a segue.
Facts.
Yeah, but there's like, I mean, still in terms of the event in total, like, like what did you like? Were you guys? I liked it. I thought there was enough surprises in there for me to get me excited. You know,
Yeah.
for upcoming PS. Like, I mean, I'm so glad that Sony is very adamant about keeping the PlayStation VR in the sort of like family and still continuing to show support for it. Because I do like my PSVR. It's the closest thing that I'm going to be able to, like, consumer-wise, play VR games without having to, like, buy an overly expensive gaming PC or an Oculus Rift or Oculus Go. Like, it's just not for me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if I can just get the peripheral to use on a system that I'm already, using, that I'm comfortable with. I mean, again, we don't have the most powerful graphics coming out of the PSVR, but still, the continued support, it's definitely something that I'm super glad that Sony is continuing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited for the 2 VR games that they announced. I'm pretty pumped to play both of them. And then again, there was like another one from Focus and Sumo. And
Outlaw.
That was the Outlaw one, where it's kind of like you're kind of like a Robin Hood looking kind of thing. We got a cinematic trailer with a little bit of like gameplay details in there. It looked pretty neat.
But it also kind of looked like Ghost of Tsushima a little bit.
I mean,
Isn't it PvP? I swear this is all PvP.
No. This is like co-op, I think.
I think
it's a heist set in the Dark Ages. You're going to steal some crowns, and give them to the poor people.
Yeah, so like I definitely, I don't know how I'm feeling about
I don't
that
know.
one.
Have to see some more.
Yeah.
Overall, though, I'm pretty happy with it. They when they first announced the state of play, I had a bit higher expectations, and then they clarified that there's no like PS5 stuff. Well, not really PS5 stuff. It's mostly like focused on VR and PS4. After hearing that, I was definitely way more delighted and intrigued by even the games that I wasn't gonna buy more than I was for the last Xbox conference we had. Even though this was a baby conference, I feel like it did a better job. So I was pretty happy with how the conference went.
Sorry.
How about you, Graham?
I didn't get to see it live, but then in watching it over again, I was able to at least pick out the parts that I found were really cool. But just getting to check the highlights of it, it would seem pretty solid. I'd give it like a solid like B. As far as hype goes, nothing that really made me really look forward to the new year and the holiday season, but like a lot to keep me interested with the VR, and that's kind of realistically what's going to be more important when we switch over to PS5, because I think the VR is going to be taking a really more prominent stance in Sony's lineup and the amount of games that will be coming out for it. So I'm happy to see that the support's there, and that soon we'll be able to actually play proper VR on like a semi-regular basis instead of just like those one-offs like twice a year or once a year.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Moving on, over to the Xbox side of things.
Ooh,
So-
cold place.
We know that Xbox right now, they are killing it in terms of game subscription services. Games Pass is incredible, and the fact that you're going to be able to use Games Pass over on Project Xcloud, which is their streaming service, which enables you to play your titles over on your Android or iOS devices. But now they've kind of hit a roadblock with Apple blocking Project Xcloud on iOS. So basically, it was supposed to launch, I believe it was September, right?
Something,
Yeah,
yeah.
September 25th?
20 something,
Yep.
yeah.
25th, yeah. And it was in it was in a beta right now on iOS, so people were able to play just one title, and that was the Master Chief Collection of Halo. And up until like this week, they cut their testing phase short. They were not, and they released like a strongly worded statement, where they're saying how it was because of like security issues and stuff like that. They said the App Store was created to be a safe and trusted place for customers to discover and download apps, and a great business opportunity for all developers.
Believe that?
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of problems though, like of people being able to put apps on the
iOS?
Google Store or
Yes.
whatever, and then not being able to put it on the iOS store. Like I've heard a lot of that.
This is different though.
Well,
I feel this is a lot
basically,
different.
they said before they
Yeah,
go on our
but-
store, all apps are reviewed against the same set of guidelines that are intended to protect customers and provide a fair, level playing field to developers. Our customers enjoy great apps and games from millions of developers and gaming services can absolutely launch on the App Store as long as they follow the same set of guidelines applicable to all developers, including submitting games individually for review and appearing in charts and search. In addition to the App Store, developers can choose to reach all iPhone and iPad users over the web through Safari and other browsers on the App Store. And basically, they went on to say that their testing period for Project Xcloud preview app has expired, and they don't have a path to bring their vision of cloud gaming with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to iOS. And basically, for me, that sounds like they're saying is like, hey, we have Apple Arcade, put your money there. Why should we be encouraging people to play games on other streaming services like Stadia or Xcloud when it's like, hey, just, you know. And I mean, that for me, that sucks because I'm a big fan of Apple and the environment that they've kind of created. Yep. So I mean, that would be cool. Like, I don't have an Xbox right now, so the thought of me being able to like sign back into my my live account, get on Xbox Project Xcloud and stream some games like that I wouldn't normally be able to do on like my iPad or my iPhone. Like, I was really looking into that. I was really exploring that as kind of an option for me to play Xbox titles. And, you know, with Apple doing that, it's like, it's just kind of lame, you know?
It's kind of sus still.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I personally believe that, like, likewise, it's just so that they retain people from using a different streaming service or using a different service that's not Apple approved, right? But what I think this might actually do to them is give people more of a reason to maybe not grab that Apple device, you know? Because with the rise of mobile gaming and how things are actually getting pretty intense, especially how Xbox and Microsoft is bringing a lot of these like huge party games, first party and AAA games into your hands like this, is it just one more reason to maybe, all right, never mind, I'll grab an Android instead? So what they lacked with willing to share, I
also
guess,
might do the opposite though too.
Well, what else is Apple going to be like saying?
Maybe like people like Gabe, like, oh, I have an iPhone, I can't play it on my iPhone, so why would I get an Xbox? I might as well just get a PlayStation.
No. I think because these are different spaces, to be honest. Like this sort of mobile gaming is like a lot. It's gonna be a lot more like different, and being able to actually just like have like Gears of War on here, have the Halo like collection, or whatever, be able to take that anywhere, and having just like all these games at your fingertips and still being denied that because I grabbed the wrong hardware. When mobile doesn't feel like that serious, like it shouldn't be a thing. Console wars are one thing, but like mobile gaming wars feels like a little childish. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not there.
I don't know, bro.
So I think that this would be something that could actually bite Apple more in the butt just for not being cool with it.
Yeah.
And not taking that, like, you know.
I mean, I think these products too are like, they're made for the casual gamer. The gamer who has a family, who is taking up, you know, multiple like TVs. You know, you've got the kids in one room, your wife's trying to watch something.
Yeah.
Maybe I can just sit down
your partner
on the iPad or you know, just throw it on the TV or whatever, or throw it on the PC or whatever, and I can stream my games like that way. And I think that, again, you know, somebody who's commuting to work every morning, like, it's for that person, you know. It's
security guard working long shifts, sitting there at the table. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. And that's just that's another iPhone loss, another Android. It is
another iPhone loss because, you know, Samsung just decided, you know, with their new press conference that they had the other day for the Note, whatever, 20 or whatever new phone they're bringing out. They're exclusively partnering with Microsoft to provide people who buy these phones with 3 months free of Project Xcloud and Games Pass Ultimate. So
see,
that's pretty insane. Like, you know,
that's really good.
I mean, that to me would be worth buying a phone, like
a sick Android.
Phone. Like, I'd be like, oh, that's actually pretty good. Like, you're offering me something that is definitely intriguing to, I'd say, like any sort of gamer at that point. Like, I mean, this is a quality service.
No losing.
This is a quality service they're offering.
Yeah. And the fact that it's also like an add-on to what you have already, you know. So say you have Microsoft already, you've been an Xbox man for a minute, and then you're getting so much more bells and whistles just by doing the regular, because it's free with your Ultimate Pass, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So then it's just so much more like cherries on top of this, and like, I won't lie. You gotta do something like that with PlayStation, but I need some free PlayStation now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to
I
run my
totally
old
agree.
PlayStation games, and like Xbox is kind of showing them up with this little stunt they pulled off right here. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. Competition is good in these things sometimes, you know. And Apple's going to take an L for this. I personally believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why they're playing such hardball right now.
They have been doing that for a while though. They did it with Stadia.
Yeah.
Even did it with an email service, I believe called Hey or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And then
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, they better smarten up. Better smarten up, Apple,
You know what I mean?
because there's gamers out there, and we should not be restricted.
At the end of the day, you're taking a bite out of your own business, pal.
And it's again, at the end of the day, it's a streaming service. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like you want to, you're hindering yourself at that point by blocking apps like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Apple's like, it's such a trademark of being like up to date with everything, being the newest, inclusive kind of like brand. And I think by them doing that, I think to me personally, it's gonna hurt the brand.
Yep.
I really think it is. Like, I mean, will I be buying an Android next phone?
No.
I don't know.
No. Like clearly not. But it just makes everything more separate.
It does, yeah.
It makes you have an Apple, so I'm gonna guess you probably have a PlayStation, unless you're really into Xbox. Then might as well have an. It divvies everyone up and puts people in corners.
Yep.
And to be honest, games for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, like kind of exclusivity deals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We've all been jumping in on Avengers this weekend, getting into it.
Week.
Yeah. And then basically we've heard that they
Sony.
are going to be bringing Spider-Man to the Avengers, but exclusively with Sony. And a lot of people are upset about that. I'm not.
Gaming.
Yeah. We're not too mad about that over here. But the point is,
I think
it's just the principle.
Yeah, I think
But it makes
that
sense.
A lot of people are kind of at this point where they think console wars are stupid and people should be able to play whatever the games they want on whatever system they want. And I think a lot of people forget this is a business.
Yeah, it's true.
This is a business. People are going to want to create products like really crazy stellar games that are going to sell consoles. I mean,
it's like a God of War.
it's just how it is. If you look at the numbers of
And Sony owns it anyway,
the
right?
current console generation, look at the numbers.
Let's see the numbers.
And then look at the games that are backing Sony. And the two go hand in hand. They honestly do. And I think that people need to like remember at the end of the day, this is a business. So you can't think that console exclusives and stuff like that is stupid and it's dividing the gaming community, because it's not. It's really not. If you're an Xbox fan and if you like video games, you're gonna get both consoles. I like video games, so I buy both consoles. I have no problem with console exclusives. I don't ever be like, oh, I wish I could play Gears of War on my fucking
That makes
PlayStation.
no sense.
Like,
Yeah, that would never make any sense.
I'll get an Xbox so I can play these games. Like, I understand why they make console exclusives. Like, and with Spider-Man coming over to the Avengers, again, it's not even about a console exclusivity. Sony has certain rights to the character of Spider-Man.
Yep.
Facts.
Yep.
And I think the fact that we're even getting him in a game that's not exclusively being developed by a first-party Sony title, like, we should be just thankful that we're even getting Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what it is? I think people have seen Spider-Man a lot. After the Avengers movie, everyone kind of thought Sony was taking this, it's cool, bro, sort of vibe with it, because like Tom Holland smoothed it over and got them in there. But yeah, exactly what you're saying. People need to realize that Sony actually owns this motherfucker. You know?
Yeah.
This is Sony's boy.
Yeah.
And they're gonna
he's bread and butter.
Yeah. He's like, hey.
They've tried
From time immemorial.
three different franchises. So you know,
and the best Spider-Man ever, Tobey Maguire. Wait, it's Tobey Maguire or Topher Grace? I can't remember.
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace, yeah.
was Venom and fucking
Yeah, Topher Grace is Venom.
Spider-Man.
Eddie Brock. Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
but I mean, getting into the gameplay of things, how do you think the character is going to play? Like, you've seen how the swing dynamics work of playing as Kamala Khan
and Black Widow as well too. I'm afraid that it will be very similar, that it won't be like what we've already played in what's it called, in the actual Spider-Man game on PS4, the new Spider-Man. Because of just how the maps are set up and how the exploration is limited. It's going to be kind of like Shattered Dimensions, I believe.
Yeah.
It's going to be very weird combat.
And then it's just going to be button mashing. Not that is anything semi wrong with that, but it's not going to really differentiate him from any of the other close combat, beat 'em up, flip characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And basically Black Widow almost fulfills that entire thing.
And he's going to kind of feel like Marvel.
You'll feel limited. You'll feel
with
limited.
The fist too, like that's gonna be like the web, you know.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, no, yeah. Each of the he has his range attack, which will be his flips. It's going to be about the equipment that he brings, I believe, as his special powers or whatever. Maybe it'll be like an electro web or something like that, or maybe like because it's not even like they're bringing in Miles Morales. If they brought in Miles, he's at least got a few different powers up his sleeve that they could use the supers, right? This is just Spider-Man, you know? So, it's good. I don't think
like
it's
a web
gonna be
explosion.
Yeah. Oh, that was actually a pretty good one in the freaking when he does the dance of what was it called again? Like when he gets web everyone. Whatever. But the point is
in the PlayStation one?
Yeah, the PlayStation one. But yeah, like
the Web Blossom.
Yeah, there you go. Web Blossom. Web Blossom. Yeah.
I got you.
That's it. Thank you. But yeah, like that I could see that being a super and maybe like, a really enhanced Spidey sense move. But I the more that I think about Spider-Man's exclusive character and how like it's Sony's character, it's honestly at the end of the day that his mechanics will not be that sick because they already have how many people filling in those roles. It kind of brings one more tick down.
You're getting a reskin.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting a reskin.
Well, while we're diving into this,
reskin.
we might as well dive into our opinions.
Oh, well, we were going to talk about...
Obviously, we'd segue into
Okay, we'll segue right into that.
You guys realize we're only at 26 minutes. So
exactly, buddy. You got to fill this in.
When you guys just jump ahead like that, it's really fucks up like the timing of things.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't even get to talk about the controller.
A lie?
PS4 controllers are not going to be working on PS5 unless you have a PS4 game. So all the transitional games. Are you okay with that, Carter?
Yeah. I'm okay.
Don't answer. It doesn't even matter. Gabe, are you okay with that?
A little bit, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it to me it kind of bugs me out because it's like, well, why can't I just use my controller and the features just be turned off while I'm using the controller? Why can't I not be able to play the game? Like, that's stupid. But at the same time, it's like, okay, these guys are trying to do something innovative here, and I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to usher people into the next generation and future of gaming, and I think that's cool. I mean, with that being said, I still think I'm a little on the fence about it. We don't know how much these controllers are going to cost yet, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true.
That's a big price. If we're looking at almost like probably $100 a piece,
yeah,
that's pretty pricey, you know. How many controllers do you plan on picking up on launch day? You're looking at like a $500, maybe $600 console, and you want to pick up an extra controller and a game on top of that too on launch day.
That's what I'm saying. Those headphones better be included,
bro. It's starting to pile up. The prices are starting to pile up.
I'm personally okay with it because the PS5 is going to be a flex, and flexes cost money. So you know what? Deal with it.
And also, like, I don't even think you can use PlayStation 3 controllers on a PS4, can you?
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it.
And I'd be weirded out if I did.
And like even then, like I picked up a PS3 controller the other day, and I was like,
they're cheap,
bro. Like
these feel cheap.
And that's gonna be the difference from when we pick up our PS4 controllers after we've been playing our 5. We're gonna be like, why would I want to play a game with?
I mean, I was gonna say like the DualShock 4 is fine. There's nothing wrong with the DualShock 4.
I know,
it's a perfectly fine controller.
But they definitely took that step, to make like a completely new controller like this was compared to the PlayStation 3 controller.
Yeah, and
I feel they made that step.
Yeah, and when you do that consistently, like each controller has been getting better and better. When you consistently do that, then I understand that I understand why they even gave the grace between the transition of PS4 and PS5 because I believe it's going to be a little bit more expensive as you're talking about.
Yeah.
And people are going to be sitting on that transition for at least till maybe beginning of Q2.
Like technology is it's extremely expensive. It's expensive to find materials to build these products. Right now with COVID, it's expensive to find people to manufacture and ship. I mean, the prices are just gonna go up. Like, it's gonna be absolutely insane. We're looking at smartphones right now. For instance,
They're
the
like
Galaxy,
$1,000.
the Galaxy Note
2,000.
20 is like $1,800, and that is as much as a high-end PC, gaming PC, which
You
is
know?
Like,
absolutely
for real.
crazy. Are you gonna be doing some high-end
And how long is
gaming
that
on their
phone gonna
phone?
last? Like,
I mean, it is the Note 20, so you can use Project Xcloud on there for
That's pretty
3 months free. So
product place.
Yo, we gotta get a couple of them fucking things in here, bro. Do product review. One day. But no, I'm at peace with it. I'm okay with it. To me, it just means PlayStation's coming out of their cocoon, ready and raring to go, and they want us to keep up with them. And
Yeah.
I'm down to keep up.
And I mean, like, shortly after they said that, Xbox came out and said something like, "Oh, hey, we just want to let you guys know, Xbox, like, all Xbox Series X controllers and Xbox One X controllers will be able to be used, like, across all their platforms."
I'm like,
but it's
shut up
then.
then.
They've never
Then it's
changed
just,
it.
it's just then again, it just goes to show, like, just how, like, what way they're going in this generation for like, while Sony's looking towards, like,
The
innovation,
future.
like,
This guy's looking to
is just
recycle.
Lowballing it.
Xbox is just looking to, like,
Recycle,
do mass
bro.
appeal off nostalgia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
They're low cutting. They're doing quantity over quality. Like,
It
that's
sounds
all
like
I'm seeing.
someone got
Lowballing
hit.
and quality.
It sounds like they're chewing some
Quantity
member
over
berries,
quality.
buddy.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're really chewing on the member berries.
Honestly,
You guys remember? You guys remember Master Chief?
yeah,
Oh, I remember.
yeah, and it's just like
Oh, you remember Faber?
I remember Fable. I
he's
remember.
old as fuck.
Yeah.
Master Chief is almost 20 years old.
That's
He
what I'm
needs to
saying.
fucking pack it up and retire because
We need
Buddy.
to get some new gears on that war, dog.
Yeah.
A lie. These
Gears
things
of
are
War is the old
squeaking, bro.
franchise.
You
Gears
got
of
guys
War.
out here in the
We
chairs
got
now.
Death Stranding. We got God of War. They reinvented the God of War franchise.
And they made them old, too.
They could have done that shit with fucking Halo. If they did that shit with Halo, you know.
How do you reinvent a man in a suit, though?
maybe just he's
It's like
he's
Metroid.
sleeveless.
A sleeveless suit.
Sleeveless suit.
But then that's Gears of War then.
Ah, shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the
That was a
problem.
good one.
I don't know if that's a problem with Western gaming or I don't know at the time or anything like that, but it's just these guy, big suit, big gun. Here you go. Shoot something that doesn't look like you. Like, you know what I mean?
was even listening to the, not to, like, get off track.
No, we can get off that. We got a
But,
little
like,
bit of time.
But, like, even during the press conference, like, listening to the fucking, like, just the sound design of Halo, I'm like, this shit sounds fucking 20 years old. Like, they're using the same
Yeah.
sounds, like the same sound design. Everything.
they're-
It's just a higher
Like, bro, I'm looking at this trailer.
resolution.
I'm like, bro, this looks like the Destiny 1 trailer, bro. Like,
Bro,
what am I watching?
Trust.
Like, what the
Yo,
fuck?
and they give you a side look with a wink, like, "Hey guys, you remember this stuff?" Like
It's open world.
if that's an actual like good thing to flex on. You know what I mean? You can't flex nostalgia; it just happens.
Like, bro, it's open world. Like, it's
A grapple
completely new
hook?
game. A grapple
Master
hook?
Chief using a grapple
Whoa.
hook, dead
Totally
that.
not the same game.
Dead
like,
that,
they
dead
Call
that.
of Duty, they're trying to Call of Duty us.
No, but like
Even
that's
Call of Duty added more.
yeah, it's happening. It's happening a lot in like nowadays, where you see almost reskins
Mhm.
of the same gameplay format and gameplay style. But that's synonymous with a lot of things going on.
Moving on to something that's almost pure nostalgia.
Yep.
The Marvel Avengers beta. It's supposed to be coming out September 4th, and right now PlayStation 4 owners are able to hop into their closed beta if you were able to pre-order, get your hands on a pre-order code.
If you're sick, you watched our stuff, you got to pre-order from us.
Exactly, yeah. So
That's if you're cool. If you're watching, you watching.
yeah, but with that being said, me getting into the game, I mean, from the day one of what they announced, people were very skeptical of the direction that they're putting this game in. They presented it as sort of like a games as a service, saying like there's going to be like battle, like character challenges to unlock, like cosmetics and stuff to do. Like I just don't understand it. Like it's like it's almost like a style of Destiny and Anthem, and it's like they just put Avengers over top of it, and I'm just so upset because it's like we've gotten like my favorite game of all time, hands down, without a question, is Batman Arkham Asylum, and just seeing where superhero video games have come from, and looking at Sony's Spider-Man game and Batman Arkham City, like they really made you feel like those superheroes.
Yep.
I felt like I was Batman when I played Arkham Asylum.
Facts.
I felt like I was Spider-Man when I played Marvel's PS4 title. and it's like you have these relatable characters. I mean, Peter Parker is such a relatable character. And even though like we've seen these characters in movies like for the past like 10 years, like I was still able to be like, yo, this is such an interesting take on these characters, and it's reinvigorating, like refreshing just to see how they use a backlot, like an extensive backlot of
all the lore,
of lore and content, and they're able to push out a new story that's just as good. And like I'm playing Avengers, and they're showing me, they're filling in story story expositions with still images, and I'm like, this is not okay, man. Like, no, this isn't cool. They explain what happens after A-Day and like those still images, cutscenes, and I'm like, this is
it's foolishness.
This is we're coming from Marvel movies, like a cinematic universe that spanned 11 years, like 10 years, 11 movies, and it's like the production value on these movies are crazy, and it's like for you to not even give us like a decent cutscene explaining what's happening in your game, to me is like, it's a slap in the face.
It
like,
is.
Why do I want to play this? This is just a generic fucking looter shooter.
AAA game.
And like, for me,
it's very bland.
It's so bland, bland. And the first day I got my hands on, I always tried to hold the most optimism for this, and I like a sliver of me is still trying to, but as I started playing day 2, of the beta, I realized
like more the same.
The repetitiveness of these Warzone matches. Well, what, I'm playing Dominion right now?
Yeah.
I'm playing Sabotage right now? Bro, like regardless of it being a co-op, if a co-op was a side addition to the actual main story, but they're building the entire thing around, then okay, they could have said that from the beginning, but just because you say it from the beginning doesn't mean it's still okay to do, Like, everyone knows clearly what we want and what brought us in. It's the world that brought us in. It's not the fact that I could assemble with my friends.
Yeah.
I could
I don't give a fuck about playing with you
guys.
You know what I mean?
Friends
prefer to play by myself.
Exactly. And like, having this great background story, I love how they've done the Inhumans, A-Day. I love this whole idea of what's going on. AIM's taken over. That sounds like a 6 Spider-Man game to begin with. You know what I mean? Yeah. That could have been any other Marvel superhero on a standalone. Miss Marvel could have done this as a standalone movie. And I'm actually happy that she's kind of leading the single-player campaign in this because, one, we haven't got the player powers ever in a game. She reminds me a lot of playing Prototype. I still enjoy her.
Ultimate Alliance 3. You can play as
okay, well, that's different.
No, it's not. It's literally like the same, bro.
Really?
Shut down, Graham.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I found a way to fix the camera controls on Ultimate Alliance 3, and it is honestly like
the exact same.
No, it's like playing a brand new game. You change the camera controls on it so it follows the character like right behind them instead of being like an asymmetrical like
top down. Yeah.
The camera can now zoom in right behind the character.
Oh,
and
shit,
it's like,
that's good.
It's playing like a brand new game.
Okay.
It's playing like a completely different game.
Solid.
But
Grab that instead.
Didn't mean to cut you off. Just
no. It's
we have played as Kamala Khan before.
Okay, well, I haven't got to play, and with such a story behind it as well too, and I love the idea of the humans and everything going on, Terrigen Mist and all that. It's just that it's been muddled and like covered in this fluff of a loot system and gear that I feel so unnecessary. Repetitive gameplay, like even just going through the beat 'em up, the upgrade tree even. You're supposed to be able to play individually as that Avenger, have it be totally different from someone else who even plays the same exact Avenger. Not that you can, but like, the play styles will be so different.
I think,
but you're gonna unlock everything so quickly, right?
Agreed.
That it won't matter. It really won't matter.
Even if they were to take out the loot system from this game, I would be okay with that. I do not like being hindered by this just
get it out
overly aggressive loot system that I don't need.
And especially for a game like this, too.
It doesn't make sense. It's very immersion breaking.
Exactly. All the numbers popping off these guys, whatever. I'm the Hulk kicking someone in the chest, and I'm doing 40 damage?
Yeah.
Are you mud?
Like
Crystal Dynamics? Are you mud?
I mean, and again, another thing, like, this game has just been so confusing with all these overbearing mechanics and UI, and it's like they have to put out these 20-minute war tables to explain the functions of their game. Like, they're not doing anything groundbreaking, but it's just like, it's just so much. There's so much jam packed into this game, and I want to play it because I love Marvel, I love superhero games, but it's just like, I don't want to be playing these same 50 missions just to like
just to
go
grind
around to
it
these
out.
different little hub missions where they don't even like give you a cool cinematic of them like going into the base.
You just
Yo,
you wake up walking into the building.
Yeah.
Taken, there's no fucking. You can't even change your fucking skins.
Yeah.
Until you fucking
I didn't
pay
become
money.
a deal. Bruh.
yeah, every
That's
character
some
has a battle
freemium
pass.
fuckery right there, and
Bro,
I'm not amused.
It's not even freemium.
I'm
You have to
not
pay
amused.
for it.
I'm
it's
not-
premium.
It's
Freemium.
It's true. It's true. It's premium.
Like
It's no,
it's pay to pay more.
exactly. And like the fact that
Okay,
it's done to characters
let
we
me-
love so
let me
much,
just finish.
disrespectful.
Let me
Yes,
finish.
yes,
Sorry.
yes, yes,
One
yes,
second.
yes.
I was gonna say the
Mhm.
whole opening part that we played was amazing.
Yeah.
If the game was 100% that with you just up like doing your fucking your skills and just
Mhm.
doing that, I would
Mhm.
be totally okay with
Be
that. And you're
amped.
just unlocking the skills and
Wait,
doing
who's
stuff
that?
like that looked like Black Panther.
Who's it? Go
but
back,
it
go
was
back.
an Iron Man skin.
Oh, wow. Are you serious?
Yeah, but it's just like you're doing a whole bunch of these redundant fucking. Oh, we have to go here and.
But you don't even go there.
Jarvis has to hack into the fucking mainframe.
Yeah,
and,
and
like I'm like, what?
You
And a
appear
secret
there.
base. How many fucking secret bases does AIM have all over this godforsaken country?
You
A
know?
lie.
This is
Not even the country, the
ridiculous.
planet, bro. It's all over the planet, man.
Is
They're
it?
yes, bro. They go
Oh
everywhere
my
around the planet.
God.
They're jumping around. It's not even just like the States or like the North America, or whatever. These motherfuckers are everywhere.
I feel horrible sitting here trashing this game right now.
I
do.
like
But if we're not gonna do this, there's nobody out there who's gonna say, you know what,
Exactly.
guys, spend your money somewhere else.
A lie.
Spend your money, buy Spider-Man when it's on sale.
yeah.
You know, invest in the Arkham trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
This
I
game
can't go that far,
it,
though.
It wants your money. It just wants you.
It's true.
To spend money on skins
Yeah.
and fucking like play with your friends, and it's like
Like, yo, no. Like and even visually, a lot of the things look off. You know
Like,
what I'm
it
saying?
looks- like I was playing it, I was like,
Fury.
Bro, this looks like a
what
PS3
is
game.
no, not even
Nah,
that.
I
No,
won't go there.
no.
This game
is
does
a
look
PS4.
really
This
good.
looks good.
This
Visually,
game looks
the
good.
character models, as messed up as they are now, not of anything we really know. Like they're a mix-up amalgamation of everything. Fury is what? He looks like a mix of Samuel Jackson and White Fury from the comics. You know what I'm saying? Not a fan of that. Stick to one thing. Freaking all their faces look off. And I know it's probably wrapped up in a whole copyright, you can't use this, can't do this sort of deal, whatever. But this shit should have been worked around with. This shit should have been talked about. Kamal is the only person that's cool because I haven't seen her as much in that many things. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like,
I think that is great with her leading the cause because I mean,
It's saving this
really-
game. It's saving this game.
There's
I'm
a
telling
lot.
you, she's
There's a
saving the
lot
game.
of people who haven't seen a character like that before in the spotlight, and I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
But again, like
She's got the coolest powers,
This
so.
game, okay, she has the coolest powers. Are you fucking kidding me? She's the same powers as Mr. Fantastic.
Bro, no. Are you crazy? Okay, the combos are sick. The
What?
combos are sick. I hold down the combos any day,
She has
bro.
the same powers as
Traverse-
Elastic Man.
and Elastigirl.
Yeah,
But that's not the point.
Why?
The point is that this is like the first real, like, you know, it's supposed to be the first real come up and breakthrough. This was important shit, and they've taken something that has been so much for a lot of people, and made you pay for it through the nose.
yeah.
When they could have just took us through an amazing story, we've given the accolades. We've been like chomping at the bit for more, but no.
Oh, look at
Oh,
look
that.
at these. Like, look at this.
Like, what does this
See
mean?
how much
inventory
that is?
system. And it's like every mission before you go out, they'll tell you, oh, characters in this mission are gonna have frost damage.
And you
should-
better smart up and check all those things and actually go back and forth, or else you're gonna have a bad time. I'm telling you, you can't just like
Who has
learn
time
put
to
all best.
read all this? Look at all this,
Bro, I'm telling you, you
I-
actually have to be on this a
like,
little bit.
I don't.
It's terrible.
I'm not trying to. Like, I get it if it's an Assassin's Creed game and you want to play an Assassin's Creed game the way you want to play it. You want to focus on stealth, so you're gonna put on attributes that give you stealth. But there's none of that in this game. Like, from what
This is
I've
about-
played, there's no like you're not infiltrating a base at any point,
Never.
you know?
No, you're assembling
Like-
and you're avenging.
Yeah,
That's just beating them up.
and it's just you're going into every one of these missions just the same way, doing the same three basic things, and I'm like, I don't know. honestly
even
there's
the
almost no
combat.
emphasis on story in this game, and it's really upsetting me.
We're getting
because-
brinked, boys. We're getting brinked again.
Was I the only one that didn't feel satisfied with the combat?
It's certain characters. Iron Man, I
When
didn't feel
you-
satisfied
when-
with
Well, I
combat.
mostly only played Hulk.
When
so-
the menus,
Yeah, Hulk's
when,
okay.
When the
but-
menus open up and you're able to get more abilities for the characters, it is fun. I remember unlocking a new powers for Iron Man and being like, "Oh shit, I can't wait to jump back into another mission and try this shit out." And it's just like I did that and it was cool, but I tried it out on the same like grunt characters, like doing the same mission, and I was like,
It's all gonna come down to the amount of enemy variation they can crank out.
what are the boss
focus
battles
on-
gonna look like?
I played the boss battle, which is a huge aimbot. It's like some sort of spider creature, and you hit the little red button, hit the cool points or whatever, where it shoots out the fire and stuff, the exhaust ports, and then it goes on the ground, and then its eye opens up. You beat the shit out of the eye. It goes back up. You run out the side of his damage circle. You run back in.
I don't want to fight
That's
bots.
it.
I want to fight characters that I know.
That's what I'm saying. For a villain, it was a villain fight, and the most they did was throw in a big, huge like arachnobot.
yeah, it's been done before.
That's what I'm
look at
saying,
these,
bro.
Like nameplates and like what is this fucking Call of Duty?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't need to have accolades for this.
No.
Like, I don't care.
You know what the accolade is? Getting to play the story and getting to
Getting to be a superhero.
getting to be an adventure. That's all I wanted to
That's
do.
what's so beautiful about Spider-Man. You can literally just swing. Like you don't have to do missions. You can literally just swing around and you feel amazing. Like it feels good. If you feel like a superhero, you feel like superhuman. But like,
This like the only thing that really kind of makes it like it's all on the controller in this game. Like if they didn't have all that rumbling going on in the controller when you're playing it, you would not feel like a superhero at all.
Yeah.
Big
Honestly,
facts.
you could just put another character skin over this. Like
That's what I'm saying. It could be
from whatever,
anyone.
Like and it wouldn't matter.
And I really do think with how they're going to be bringing in new characters and stuff, that it's going to be some weird randoms. Maybe Vision will be one of the first ones because they don't have too many flying characters.
We're getting a Hawkeye, dude.
We're getting Hawkeye?
Yeah.
Well, okay,
Yeah,
good.
they
Look, there you go. That's like what?
And also another thing to say is like during the multiplayer, two people can't play as the same character, and that's a problem because if you are a really fucking beefed out Iron Man, and your partner or whoever your friends whoever are playing also want to play as Iron Man,
Someone has to
somebody
play
has
as
to sit out, and then you might have to pick another character who's not as high a level as
Who we
those
haven't beefed
characters,
up.
right? So then again, it becomes a difficulty challenge.
The matchmaking alone on the beta has not been
They're
easy.
just really trying to get a lot of replay value and squeeze like as much as they can out of this game instead of really giving us a solid story.
Yeah.
Like I don't like every mission that I played in the beta looked like this. Like and then there's one outdoor one that you go to, and then like, most of the time you're just doing this, and it's like
Look at this, like. Where am I? Like, what is like? There's just like fans and shit. Like
aim based 71, aim based 52,
just
aim based
underground base. Like,
that was cool for the first day or two, but realizing that, and it's not just because that that we think that this game is it's all it's gonna be, but we know that literally this is all the game's gonna be. Like I can honestly say I don't see it being any bigger than this. I don't see it being any more expanded upon until at least another season comes out.
that right there just
And that's not happening.
This just annoys
a
me.
season. In a
Yeah, bro,
Marvel
they're
game?
doing seasons for sure. Yeah, I can see this doing this sort of same Fortnite foolishness where you're gonna hop back in. Oh no, sorry, not Fortnite.
Challenge.
The Division.
They have
the Division.
Yeah,
this was gonna
game's
be
very much
this
like
Avengers / Division. My mistake.
yeah.
And this is what's I'm not down for.
Yeah. I mean, if you look to like just at, oh my God, like even the enemies are just all bullet sponges, man. Like it's crazy. It's just not fun. Like I'm a superhero. Like I should be knocking people out. Like
Doesn't matter. Just
I shouldn't be sitting there as Iron Man having to chip away at people's health bars. Like
there's to go to sleep. I was looking for that.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
what?
that's pretty
He has
cool.
a rocket fist? I'm the
Yeah,
Hulkbuster? How do you do that?
See, like this is how they get us in. They'll get us in with the cool moves like this, and then we'll be done with it. In how long? A day or so for the new combos to get worn off, and then look, we're back to the original, and it's just.
gamma capacitors. What is
See,
all this?
gamma, PIM particles, electric,
Pulse, spark,
cosmic. I believe there's cosmic as well.
faultless.
And then, like, if you're honestly not paying attention to it,
Like, I'm collecting gear in this game, but like I just don't care about it.
Yeah.
Like I don't care. Like I don't feel like I'm more interested in upgrading and unlocking the skills than I am about like the gear, because it's just so weird to me, man. Like,
I do like how they try to infuse a bunch of movie moments into this game. I did appreciate that, but all it did was make me more kind of cheese that wasn't the main focus. The main focus wasn't like, bringing all this stuff into this world. It's just giving you little snippets of it. It's where you get the meum and freemium. You know what I mean? It's kind of fun, just enough so that you have to actually get into it and do all these little like mini things that they need you to do just to pay for them.
yeah, I don't know. This game just seems like it looks like a real chore to play.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a what?
A real chore
Yeah.
to play. Like
Yeah.
you've got to track your inventory, you've got to track your character levels, it's just so much to do.
And then what? I'm playing like
Too much sauce.
Yeah.
that's what I said before. Sometimes less is more, and
That's what I totally like. If we had, if the whole game played out like how that initial first like Golden Gate Bridge level played out, so cool. And the fact that you, even as you're playing by yourself solo, you can't swap characters. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's just like, it's not.
Shiza wasn't good to play it as Captain America though. Like you
Yeah.
only can play him as a little bit. I wanted to play him in like the matchmaking because he was really good. His combo was really
He
sick.
plays like sort of like an Arkham, like a
Yeah,
Batman
exactly,
Arkham, Batman
exactly.
Arkham City.
Yep. But
Yeah.
a lot of them do, which is kind of weird. Captain America's more of the brawler, but then as we saw with Widow and Hulk or whatever, they're just like different versions. So Hulk's definitely a brawler, in like a bunch of area of attacks. I think Thor will be similar as well too. But like they don't have that many styles. Too little styles.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'll be able to keep up unless you're down for this. If you're down for a beat 'em up looter, you're good. You're Gucci. You're good. I'm not down for that. And I think this world deserves a full single player storied experience with the Avengers.
It's not even good loot like
I mean,
Borderlands,
this game
Yeah.
to me sounds like you've got to invest a lot of time yourself to get the most out of this game. And I'm just like, I can't.
don't have the
right
time.
now. I don't.
I don't want to.
I mean, other than that though, like as it stands right now, will it be a cop for you?
Only because I love Marvel so much and I want to. If I don't get it day one, then I'll get it. But I'll recommend to people watch the walkthrough, watch the game movie of it, and see if you want to buy it after that.
I mean, for me, definitely, like I really love superhero games, and something's just not clicking for me with this game. Like there's nothing there that looks appealing other than the names of these characters and the name of the game itself. Like I can't, like I don't feel like any sort of like I don't feel any sort of like gratification from like finishing a mission, getting new loot. Like it's just,
I want to finish a mission to save the world, not finish a mission to grab a piece of gear.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then
Know what I'm saying?
you go back to your hub world just to do like another base
And
in
it's
the
not even
same location. That's like
Oh.
the same. That you just looked at the same building.
And if it comes out and things have changed and we're wrong.
Yeah.
But I can see that this is how it's going to be. It's set, and like maybe there'll be a tweak or
When is it
two.
supposed to come out? What, like
September?
2 months?
September
A month?
4th.
Number 4th.
Less than a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no changes going
Like,
on in this game.
Like these guys made a solid 6 of a game. Like this game is like it's just
Give it 3 out of
it just
5.
I was gonna say a 6 is generous. Bro.
Yeah, 6 is pretty
That's
generous.
pretty
a
generous.
6 is a
5.5.
pass. Like this passes as a video game.
Yeah.
All right. This is a video game.
It's a 5.
This is a video game. I press the button, something happens on screen. It's a video
at the bare
game.
minimum, yes.
Yeah, it's
I
a
mean,
good skin.
Yeah.
It's a good skin for
I mean, but again, if you look at some games like Destiny, how they've kind of turned around, I mean, if they were to kind of like do a turnaround, what would be some things that you would want personally? What do you think they could implement in this game to make you more likely to want to buy it and play this game?
What you gonna do? I'm gonna give me the old wise talk down on it, buddy. You're gonna trim it down.
Yeah.
You took something that's like an hour long, and you trim it down to about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, put it back out there, and then if you want to do the co-op and the other things as well, make that the side dish. You know what I mean? Don't make it feel like the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, trim it down a lot, and then as well too, find a way to if you're gonna be doing like different characters and things like that, and people want to really push into the that, then it's just extra DLC. Don't call it nothing else but that.
Like, did they play test this game? Did they get people into the studio to play
It doesn't
this
feel
shit?
like it. It doesn't feel like anyone outside a house played this.
I don't know. Like, I'm seeing people say they like this game, and I'm just like,
You're
How
lying.
much
For
were you
real,
paid to
man?
say that?
Facts, bro.
that's what I feel.
That's
It feels like you
that's-
got paid.
Because, like, as a video game fan, as a comic book fan, you know this isn't the best we can get. Or
Search
even
your feelings.
Close to the best, like, even close to as good of quality of a game that we can
It's
get.
the best we would have got 15 years ago.
Not even.
Nah.
This just does not
Yeah,
feel
nah,
like.
Like, I lie? Like,
It's already got better.
It just doesn't feel like a superhero game to me. This does
Oh.
not feel like an Avengers game to me.
it feels like they took the games they use on the mobile app, right? Like what's the Marvel Strike Force?
It
It literally feels like they
one
took
of those.
Strike Force and put it on console.
Like
Yeah, facts.
there's stuff from even Ultimate Alliance that I don't fully understand because it's
Mhm.
that game is also like there's like so many characters in that game, and every character has like crazy amount of customization, and like for me like that game is a little bit it's cumbersome and it's a little bit overbearing, just all the sort of different mechanics in there, and when it comes to customizing your character and like it's I'm getting older and it's confusing for me, you know? Like I can't
keep up.
keep up. Like
keep up.
I don't have the time to like sit down there and like fully go through all like the mechanics of how this game works. Like I'm like realistically I just want something I can put in and play and like have a good time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But right now as it stands for me, I don't think there's anything they can do to this game that will make me just go out and buy it day one. I probably will.
I got the pre-order,
I don't
so I'm probably gonna.
I don't
want
to be the only guy not playing.
That's
fucking
that's the
Avengers,
thing, you know.
But at the same time, I'll play it, but I'm not gonna enjoy it.
Yeah,
I'll play it, but I
But-
know I'm not gonna have a good time.
I almost feel like they don't even care.
Yeah.
Like you got it, good. Here you go, bitch, and just you know what I
right.
mean. You watch the Avengers game, here you go.
It's like the
You know?
cable episode of South Park.
A lot. Like, oh, did you not like microtransactions? Oh, please tell me more. I'm like, yo, bro.
Oh, you don't like monthly passes or whatever they call battle
You know
passes?
what I mean? Oh, you don't want challenge cards, pal? I'm like, no, not really. Like, oh, that sounds really tough.
Yeah.
We'll get
How
someone
about
over in 3 to
6 of
5
them?
weeks. Yeah, a lie?
this worries me though, because it's just like
It's a
damn,
trend.
Are we gonna
Is this,
get?
It's a
is this
trend.
the direction games are going in?
Are they gonna throw licensed like fucking stuff that we like, the licensed
through the ringer?
titles, just to slap that on top of all these games as a serious thing? Because we did hear that we're getting a Suicide Squad. game
Exactly.
coming out
My
from
eye is
Rocksteady.
tilted sideways.
Are we gonna get the same experience that we were getting in this fucking Avengers game? And this is
Or is it
coming
gonna
from
be like a
Rock
Spider-Man game.
from Rocksteady. All right.
Mm.
So Rocksteady these guys are pioneers for me.
Wait, this is or the Suicide?
The Suicide
Suicide Squad
Okay,
is gonna be
that's what I
Rocksteady.
thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So like, I don't want this game to have any influence over
Yeah.
fucking Suicide Squad,
Mm-hmm.
I
because
heard that.
it's been like how many years since Arkham City or Arkham Knight? Like five
Like
years.
Yeah,
something like that?
yeah.
So it's like I hope they aren't really. This game isn't going to influence it because like that game is. Arkham series is so meticulously crafted and like
Yep.
there's so much love, and like these guys are fans just like us who are making the game. Like I don't feel this way when I'm playing Avengers. I'm feeling like, oh, let's just like, hey, you guys like these costumes and stuff like that. You remember this stuff? Like
Nah,
we'll just
bro.
throw it in there.
This
Like,
shit's serious, bro.
yeah, like
You know,
it is a little bit upsetting.
it's very,
Yeah.
it's very, and even like having the disappointment of the movie, let alone,
Yeah. Like I
let
like
alone
I'll,
the
I'll be
game.
honest with you guys. Like licensed games haven't been like fucking disappointing since like the 2010.
Yep.
Honestly, the only licensed video game that I ever enjoyed was Scott Pilgrim the game.
Said, bro. Spider-Man, bro.
Oh, yeah, it's true. I forgot about it. True. I forgot. Yeah, true.
There's a few other like
Mm.
good licensed games, but like yeah, I mean this to me is just it's really upsetting because like something that I'm so fucking like passionate about, like how much I love these characters.
Yep.
And for them to put out a piece of content, a video game, be it like that, like something that I just like my whole life revolves around of,
Mm-hmm.
the two things put together, and I have absolutely no interest in them right now. Like
It's a disrespecting.
it is it is
Sad.
upsetting. It's upsetting.
It's
Sad to see.
it's a disrespecting,
Yeah.
fam. Like
Yeah.
100%. It's unnecessary, and it feels like it's really played on a lot of our nostalgia.
Yeah.
Our nostalgia, bro.
I
It's
know,
been
they're
taken.
getting. You remember that they used to like get people with like Star Wars and shit like that, and all the
Yeah,
'80s
bro.
babies.
Yeah,
Coming
bro.
after
They're
us now. It's our time.
They're coming after us for all the.
It's our time for them to ruin our favorite
Oh my
franchises.
gosh. Crystal Dynamics, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, Crystal Dynamics, fix up.
I lie, straighten up and
Who
fly
else
right.
got to fix up this episode?
Who else got to
Apple.
fix up? Apple's got to fix up.
Apple.
fix up. Fix up.
Microsoft,
Yeah.
fix up.
A lie.
Big facts.
Square Enix,
Fix up. PS4 control and PS5. Fix up.
yeah, they're doing all right.
It's okay, actually. We need to move on from PS4.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think that kind of concludes this week's episode. I mean, if you guys like this live format and this is something you guys would like to see in the future, let us know. Because we enjoy doing the live show.
Facts.
Hopefully we can get more people watching.
Some more comments.
I'd like to have more sort of interaction with us. And
Exactly.
viewers.
That's the main thing we want. We
think
can
that
get
would be
follows for
pretty cool.
days, but we want interactions.
But that's how we've been feeling. Again, we're gonna be very committed to bringing you guys this every week. We don't plan on slowing down anytime soon.
Every Sunday.
So every Sunday, guys. I mean, what time works best for you guys? Is it AM thing or is it PM thing? Let us know. Let us know what's the
give
best
us a
time to
shout.
reach you guys.
Sunday.
Yeah, but if you haven't yet, be sure to check us out on YouTube, Twitter,
Spotify.
Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the fucking podcast services.
Even check your microwave. We could be there too.
A lot?
Check it.
Open up your fridge. Guess what? I'm there. That's usually what happens.
Yo, how much do you think it would cost us to get a radio ad?
Yo, we gotta do the pirate radio, bro.
I
We're
swear,
doing pirate radio,
the
guys.
government's giving out fucking small business loans
I'm gonna take one of them skis.
for ads though, for your business. So it's like let's get on the radio.
Let's do a little couple 1-2.
We'll get on the radio.
A little couple 1-2 in the stew.
And let's do. Yeah.
Mm.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. What are we doing anything this week? Is there anything happening this week, or are we just gonna maybe just stream some Fall Guys or something like that?
I think we should stream some Fall Guys, to be honest.
Yeah, let's stream some Fall Guys.
Yeah. It's not like we want to stream Avengers.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
The Avengers beta is closed. It is 9:00, so
It's closed now,
It's
eh?
done. It will be in
the
open
cut.
beta next week. Open beta for PS4 players. It's still closed beta for PC and Xbox players next week. So
They're not missing much.
you guys aren't.
Yeah, you're not missing much, but just the fact that, when you're on a PlayStation and you hear someone on Xbox gets nothing, you just all snicker a little bit to
Yeah.
yourself. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, well, this podcast it will be uploaded probably tonight. You can probably catch it tomorrow. Morning commute. Let us
Yeah, sit down and listen to
let
us.
us start your week off right.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, but there you guys go. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you all later.
Easy.